Hey, good day to you and welcome. Glad to have you back. And, well, just delighted to have you. Hope you're having yourself a great day. I know I am. In fact, if you're having a great day, like myself, then you've got it made. Um, One of the things I just want to talk to you about today on a thought or two is not to box yourself in. Many people make that mistake. It's a major mistake that many people make, and it's mainly made because of not believing in yourself. And that's the reason for this in the first place. The reason I'm here and I'm sharing these things with you is for you to get to a point, if you're not already there, to where you really believe in who you are, to you really love yourself, you really respect yourself, you really appreciate yourself, you really understand your uniqueness, how special you are. That's everyone. See, that's why I know how great I am. That's why I know how fantastic I am, how unique I am, how special I am. The way I know all that is because it's true of every single one of us. So I'm not saying anything about me that doesn't apply to you. The problem is if you don't know it, that's the only handicap you got. That's the only thing holding you back, is the fact that you don't know all these special, unique things about you. And you have to start knowing that and understanding that. And one of the ways that you want to get there is like I say, not box yourself in. And what do I mean by boxing yourself in? You can box yourself into your family. You can box yourself into a religion. You can box yourself in the military. There's many things you can box yourself into because you become a part of something, and you become a part of it, and you're buying into all of it. Don't, don't buy into all of anything. Weigh it. Give some thought to it. See how true it is. Believe in your own ability to make choices and to choose and cut it apart and take a good look at it. I I see so much nonsense and bullshit. Well, I see so much nonsense with the military. I see so much. There's the games in politics, the nonsense in religion, the the shortcomings in our school. I mean, any and everything you look at, I haven't seen where any of it's perfect or perfected, and and that's not the case yet. That's why we have so many wars and so much killing and so much suffering that we have going on today. Because overall, we're still children. As a human race, we've got a long way to go to wake up. I heard one of the people that was running for the up and coming election, and she made a statement. Forgetting the name at the moment, but she made a statement about once she got to be president, she would start a peace department. That's beautiful. That is profound. That is great. A peace department rather than a war department. A peace department. Um, can you imagine what would be happening right now if we were taking the monies that we take and they were being spent on tractors, um, things that you can plant with, things that can enrich people's lives, rather than all the weapons that are spent on killing our fellow man? Billions and billions of dollars. But the reason most of that's done, and once again, like I said before, is just follow the money. It's a money game taking place. And that's why I say don't put yourself in a box. Don't fist yourself in to just blindly follow anything. That's how we had the Jones situation, where all these people drank the Kool-Aid. Um, we have people like, like I say, with anything, even the family. For instance, you take a Prince Harry and him and his wife breaking away from that the games that still go on in London, and the King Queen thing, which is another just nonsense. There's There's no one people or person or whatever better than another. And either, to even keep perpetuating such things are that should have been back in the Stone Ages, or put back there. There are no people better than others, and many of us, we make the mistake of putting people on pedestals. They don't belong on pedestals, and there's no one better than you. There isn't, and to the degree that you see that and recognize that, the better off you're going to be, and the better off they're going to be. But back to not putting yourself in the box, and I was mentioning some of them to you. Women, as a woman, you have to see to it you don't put yourself in a box. Women have been so disrespected and abused and used and taken advantage of throughout the centuries, and there's even so much of that going on today. That's man taking advantage of woman. That's why those things exist and they've ever happened. To think that any man who had his head on straight or right in any kind of way would understand that it's his responsibility to help protect and take care and look out for, not take advantage of, not to mistreat, play games. In fact, I was talking about all these different ways in which you don't put yourself in a box. Don't even put yourself in a box in terms of marriage. Marriage is another thing you can get caught up into. And first of all, it's not something you got to do. And if you decide to do it, don't do it based on, you got to give up who you are. That's the case with so many marriages. You get a person, he thinks and acts a certain way, and she does, and they come together, and he has to, people use this term, you have to make sacrifices, and you have to work at it. I mean, come on, if you got to work at it, are you supposed to even be there together? So it's what you're supposed to really do is maintain your own identity. That's what you're supposed to do. So even if you come together and you share and work together at various things, each of you needs to maintain who you are, and we need to be respectful of that. So any kind of boxes whatsoever. And I made mention of military. By the way, I didn't join the military back in the time when I was in military. I was drafted. So I was drafted, and that's how I happened to go to service. And no, I didn't. I learned and I gained a lot from military. And I feel very good that the fact that I went to became a paratrooper, because the discipline was just that much harder, and it was good for me. But outside of that, to be putting myself in a position where I give up on who I am, my ability to think, and that I'm going to follow orders, I don't want to follow nobody's orders. Don't want to be out there killing my fellow man either. Don't want to kill him and don't want to be killed by him. So there's a lot of nonsense there, and that's a bad situation to find yourself in or put yourself in. I mentioned religion to you too. Any way you look at it, or any religion, if you don't take that thing apart and take a look at it, you're fooling yourself. Where's your thinking? If you believe that there is a source, if you really do believe that source exists, then that source is within you. That's where that source is. So, there's no particular book you got to read or particular place you've got to go to. You've got to go from within. And if you want to know what you're about, watch your actions. Watch what you do. Watch how you treat your fellow man. Watch how you add to this world we live in. That tells what you're about. And that's the thing that really makes the difference. I hope this is making some sense to you in terms of what I'm talking about, in terms of not boxing yourself in. Not boxing yourself in. I made mention of Prince Harry and his wife, and they don't want to box in. They don't want to be a part of that kind of game, that nonsense. like two people inside a box and everybody's staring at them and listening at them and watching every move they make, and you got to do this and you got to do that. I'm very proud of them, very proud of them. And be who you are. Be who you were meant to be. Be all of that. Don't place any limitations on yourself. And that way you're going to have the most fulfilled life, the happiest life, by listening to and following that voice from within you. From within you. So, don't box yourself in anything with anybody. Don't do that. Anyway, it's just a thought or two. I look forward to talking to you the next time. If this has been of any benefit, of any help, share it. Share it, and let me know what you might like me to speak on. Because when I speak on it, I'll speak from the heart to you. I'll tell you exactly how I feel and think, whether you like it or not. Because if I can't be true to me, I can't be true to you. Have yourself a great one. I'll see you next time.